Okay, so I thought let us take that topic today and then go to Bhagavad Gita later. So we hear about this prarabdha karma and sancihta karma, agami karma. So what do you mean by karma? What do you think it is?
It is doing something, that is action.
Okay.
Karma is one residue which is left after you do something in your mind.
Okay. What else can be attributed to karma? What happened? Total silence. Very nice. I think you all went into meditation with karma.
So when you do something and then you have some emotions or feelings or whatever attached to it, so it will create something in your mind. It will deposit something that I don't know, impressions.
Fine.
And
yeah, go ahead.
And that will, I think, if you continuously do the same thing, it will become like a habit, and then it creates more kind of vasanas or an impression which is left. So then again, the same thing will come up in some form or the other.
Okay. So now can you experience karma?
Experience karma.
Or do you experience karma?
I don't know what you mean by experience karma, but then if you keep observing whatever is happening in your mind, and you will see some kind of pattern that the similar kind of things keeps coming up.
That is correct. That is the thoughts which are coming. But my question remains is that do you experience karma, or do you think you experience karma, or do you conceptualize the karma?
Right now we have conceptualized the karma and kept.
Okay. So have you ever experienced karma? How it looks? So that was
whatever
yeah,
whatever we are going through is karma only, right?
No, that is correct. At a very gross conceptual level, we all agree that that is karma, and most of the time the negative karma we call it as karma, the positive ones we call it as the I did my good effort and I got it and all that. That's embedded in every one of us. But what if it is to experience karma? We're actually experiencing, but are we aware that we are experiencing karma? Again, back to that awareness.
Experience karma, see, when we are doing work, based on the effort and the results, we are able to experience that. If the results are better than what we expected, and also if the results are not as per our expectation, both sides we get a feel.
Okay, but that is not really experiencing any karma at all. Do you know what karma comes next?
What is that?
Do you know what karma comes next? Let us say tomorrow morning, what karma is going to be there? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, do you know the karma what is going to be there 1 hour from now? 9:30 a.m. Oh, this is the karma.
No. Future is completely unknown. Only past is known.
Past, do you know what was the karma?
Past, what we have done, and we have witnessed that, and in that witness we have experienced. We have done good, bad, or neutral.
No, have you really experienced it, or do you think you have experienced it?
I think every time when we are doing something, we are able to get that awareness. For example, see, we are negotiating with the vegetable vendor in the morning hours when they go in that cart, and we know that sometimes you have paid more, sometimes you have paid. We have negotiated a lot and paid less. So when we have negotiation, then we feel, oh, we should not have done it. That is experience.
No, that is a guilt. That is not experience. That is literal guilt.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling guilty that you negotiated too much with that vendor. What if you negotiated it better? Don't you feel happy?
Yeah, see, that depends on my vasana. If I'm a sattvic, I don't feel like negotiation and bringing his happiness. I don't want to kill his happiness. Depends on vasana.
No, everything is vasana driven, and everything in life what we do is negotiation. We attach a number and we have to negotiate. Right? Even marks is a negotiation with the child. We are going to cajole that person saying that, hey, you know what, why don't you get more marks? You are negotiating, right? That's not karma.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's not karma. I mean, that is not experience of karma, even though that is karma, but that's not experience of karma. Do you feel guilty that, oh shit, why did I ever ask my child to do MS? Or do you feel very happy that my daughter is doing MS?
Now happiness is not there, guilt is also not there.
That's correct, but normally, in general, any person.
And during that time, because in the competition, so when something happens positively for you, you feel happiness.
Correct.
And that happiness is temporary.
No, that happiness is conditioned. So anyway, now coming back to this karma. Now, what karma is like this? Prarabdha karma. What do you mean by prarabdha? If you were to experience it correctly, you will see. When you see means, when I say seeing means not really seeing, it is experiencing or having an complete awareness of the past. Eye, okay, ear, nose, tongue, and so eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. This is prarabdha. If anybody were to say, what is prarabdha karma? What the eye can do is prarabdha. What the ear can do is prarabdha. What the nose can do is prarabdha. What the body can do is prarabdha. And what the mind you have is prarabdha. Now, as soon as the object comes to the senses, now this 5 senses, 5 jnana indriyas are the karma. Now, what it will do with the 5 sense object is the one what you create called as karma, new karma. So either you do it by mind, and by thoughts, and by body, kaya, vacha, manasa. So what we create is, let us say if it was the purest form of five senses, then I will remain as I. It will not become something. It's like becoming something. So when I see the world, I see the way I want to see the world. So this seeing the way I want to see it is the individuality, which is also the ego. So I want to see this way, I want to hear that way, I want to smell this way, like that. Each one of the senses I want to hear, or I want to do something about that senses, is sancihta karma. That is, you add to the prarabdha from what you have got. So let's say my intellect is good out of my prarabdha. What has happened is that the sight, the sound, the taste, the touch, smell and thoughts which are coming are refined, and this I can call it as a punya karma, because I am able to see what I want to see. I want to hear what I want to hear. And it is happening like that at this time. But what is the one we need to do if we don't want this continuity of prarabdha karma and the sancihta karma to appear as agami karma? Then we have to implement this bhadram karnebi in action. So Bhadram karnebi shrunuyama devaha bhadram pashyemakshabhir yajastraha stirair angairs tustuvasmastanubihi vyashema devahitam yadayuhu. So if we were to break each one of them, now the hearing, shrunu, shouldn't be created anything new. It should be back to the original. That is daivika. The purest form of hearing is without adding anything. So that means I have not added anything at all. Meaning, if I say I have a job, that's a karma. Because now I have it. So it is going to go. Either which way it is going to go. Either I get retired from there, which I don't want to, or I might lose the job for whatever various reasons, and even otherwise that keeps on moving. Nothing that I can do because it is not mine. So the eye and the sight, the ear and the sound. So the sound should remain as just the sound. It is not my sound, it's just a sound. So then what happens is you are protecting from external and you are withdrawing the internal. This is what also Krishna talks about five senses withdrawing it, just like kurma or the tortoise. So the prarabdha karma has come, but in the mind you are not associating with it. So you are putting bhadra, that is, you are protecting it. Karnebihi shrunuyama devaha. The original ear is divine. It is divya. You can hear what is in this world, you can hear what is out of this world in the Deva and the Brahma realm of existence. You can hear both of them. The reason why I don't hear is that I am already trying to hear what I want to hear. Same way, bhadram pashyema akshabhir yajatraha. That means I am not going to see anything what I want to see. I am going to see whatever is moving. So I am not attaching anything to it. So I have got an eye, that is a sense, but not the sense I want to see. So I can see good things, I can see bad things. So I'll give an example. Now we are staying in India, India does not exist as such. It's a concept. Then we are staying in Bangalore. Bangalore as such does not exist because it's a concept. Then the locality where we are staying, it does not exist in real sense, but it's a concept. I completely disagree with this. I say India exists because the history says so, and the address says so, and the everything says so that we are in India. Then Bangalore does not exist. No, who says so? Historically, we know there is Bangalore was created by Kempe Gowda, and before that, what was there? Nobody asked that question. So then, yeah, it was created. So hence, Bangalore exists, and I am here in this home. So I exist in this home. Now, this is called as fabrication. You fabricate something what is not there. So you have created karma. Now, when the karma, meaning I have created more than what is already there. So when I say creation, creation is done through the mind with eye and ear. So I hear India, so I feel very proud, or I feel very displeased. Both can happen. Now, with all these problems which are appearing in India, so we are displeased. Many of us are complaining very high. Many of us might be complaining very low, and some of us might have accepted to it. But that's a karma, because it is a fabrication. So what it basically does is that it takes away the originality. That is, the eyes and the ear, the original is removed. In its place, the fabricated one is put. So now when I put a fabrication, it becomes karma. That means I have created a new eye and a new ear, a new tongue, a new touch, a new smell, and a new thought. And these are conditioned. So whole karma is conditioned by samskara and vasana. So we don't know how they come. But the prarabdha is what you are got, what you have got as five senses, that's all. Plus the mind, which is sixth sense, which we looked into it when we were in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He says manas is the sixth indriya on its own. So 6 indriyas. So moment by moment, we have to see, just seeing, meaning you should not, or I should not, attach anything as a value to anything I'm seeing, or anything I'm hearing, anything I'm tasting, anything I'm touching, anything I'm smelling, anything I'm thinking, because they're not mine in the first place. I have got nothing to do with 5 created, fabricated sense objects. I, at the max, is the owner of the senses, which is what Govinda is all about. So when I bring this I is the supreme I in me, is able to bring, meaning withdraw, the senses from its sense object association by naming something, then a profound experience goes to happen. That means prarabdha will remain how you got it, but the sancihta and the agami karma don't exist. It just gets wiped out. And then you get into this shloka completely. It is Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyai Makshabhir Yajastraha Sthirair Angai Tustuva Smastanubihi Vyashema Deva Hitam Yada Yuhu. So with sense, Sthirair Angai, all the anga, the 5 sense objects, 5 senses, jnana indriyas, 5 karma indriyas, become completely auspicious. Tusti. Tusti means perfected. Tustu vamsas tanubihi. They are, tanu means very sensitive or very small, minute. But you are able to feel those tiny sensations which are happening in the 10 indriyas, 5 karma indriyas and 5 jnana indriyas. Vyashema deva hitam yad ayuhu. So let me spend watching these 5 senses and the 5 karma indriyas and 5 jnana indriyas, and not associating with the 5 sense objects. And that is the thing what is allocated by the supreme consciousness here in Brahman. So what happens here is that finds fulfillment in the life, which is the santushta. That means santosha, contented. Now the senses are completely contented because there is no sancihta karma, there is no agami karma, only prarabdha karma is there. So as per prarabdha karma, if at this point in time I am supposed to see something bad happening in front of me, I just watch. No reaction. Somebody is dying in front of me, I just watch. Absolutely, I will not do anything except for doing whatever is required. Karya only will be done. No karma will be done. Because that person is dying in front of me, not because of me. It is because of his or her karma which is ending. His lifespan is ending for whatever reason, which I don't know. So now the death has been won. Meaning you are not going to die. So you are chira. And what is going is achira. So now you are in sat. What was there is asat. So as I am in sat, I live forever. So basically on Friday and Saturday and Sunday and this morning, I am having the same experience. There's no change. That is, I am able to see where this mind is taking the senses, and I as consciousness cutting that mind from taking the senses wherever it was taking. That is the sight where it is taking, the sound where it is taking, like that. So now the indriyas are guarded. So if I do that, what happens? Swastina indro vriddashravaha, swastina pusha vishvavedaha, swastina strakshyo arishtanemihe, swastino brihaspatir dadatu om shanti shanti shanti. So when the indriyas are completely tamed and not allowing it to get into the sense object, and then you are in the indraprastha, in the mind. So you will at least reach heaven, which is open right now, if the consciousness were to drop the body. Purshan is all-knowing, all-pervading light, which is like sun, Aditya. So that is also open. Tarkashya is one who gets the protection, that is stability. So that is also there. Then Brihaspati, that is Brahma, you have reached. Meaning, if I were to die right now, meaning the karma were to come to an end, that is the sight, the sound, and taste, touch, smell, thoughts, were to end their journey, the prarabdha, there is no longer any sancihta to appear, and there is no agami. So there is no fuel. So since there is no fuel, there is no fire. So the consciousness then goes back to peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. So first Shanti is the Manas Shanti. The second Shanti is the Vachi Shanti. The third Shanti is the Kaya Shanti. But if you take it from a human realms, first is the body Shanti, second is the Vachi or the Vak Shanti, and the third one is Manas Shanti. So now this soul has rested in peace. Complete. So there is no coming back. So this was the experience on Friday. And I couldn't sleep for the whole of the night on Saturday. So from 11:30 to the time I woke up, I was only in this, looking at how my prarabdha is. What is that I am doing on sancihta? And I was able to really see where my destiny is. When an object comes to the sense door, what is that I am doing? Accepting it, rejecting it, or just watching it. If I watch it, no karma. If I accept it, there is karma. If I reject it, there is karma. So the only thing I can do is to watch.
Okay, excellent. Here, because of punyam, we are able to get through jnana indriya all this information to our mind. Now, mind is watching that, and it is not doing anything. That is what is expected. But you have in front of you something is happening. You have to act. If you don't act, then it is papa, right? Again,
you act, but don't act with something.
That I got.
That's all.
But action is required. So you have to use your mind to take action. What is required at that point in time?
Exactly.
Because immediately you will understand what is your duty there.
No, there is no duty. Again, you are using a wrong word.
But then what is that called? What is your
karya? You have to do a karya.
Karya. Yeah, okay.
Duty means you exist. See, in the case of Arjuna and Krishna, 18th chapter, the sloka what we completed, he is saying what you are supposed to do, you have to do. That's all. That supposed to do is not kartavya. It is just a karya, because that person is already dead. Nothing that you are killing anyone.
Yes.
So, if a person goes out of the body, you did not do anything.
Yes.
But if you say this is my duty to kill, now you are attaching karma.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, that you should not do. So, let us say somebody is dying out of COVID or whatever disease that is. What you should do is, don't get worked up that, oh my goodness, what is happening? Hospitals I am not able to get, and oxygen cylinder is not there. How should I do it? Crying and weeping and sorrow and all that is not required. Just do. If that person is supposed to get everything, he will get it. If the person is not supposed to get anything at all, he will not get it. In the process, he will die. If he dies, just throw the body and continue your job. If he gets the hospital and he comes out, it's not what you did. He fought it himself. His life was there, Ayush was there. So he's back. So neither you love somebody who has come back from hospital, nor you hate somebody who went to hospital.
So when I take a decision here, I am using my intellect, and without vasana I should my intellect, right?
Yes, because we have done mistake of vasana. We have etched it, and hence we are born like this. So what
If it is my close relative, I will do everything. If it is an unknown person, then I don't care. If it is my enemy, I feel that okay, something what is happened negative to him, it's good. So
Yes.
this is called vasana based.
Yes.
So
Yes.
don't, and you see all these three cases, you should have the same. Is there a feeling here or no feeling?
There is a feeling. You only feel compassion. I think we spoke about that on Friday. So what you need to do, I think Padma Shri did not join, so it will be good for her. Her question was, why don't I behave the same way like I behave with somebody at home and all that? The answer here is that you need to first love yourself. You should know who you are. And then that compassion will come on you and others. And you'll start loving everyone, because now you know what is karma leading to. Otherwise, we don't know, basically. So we start it like trying to learn it. There is nothing to learn. It is to experience. So you will have a feeling. Absolutely, you will have feeling. So there are two feelings which comes. One feeling is complete contentment. So you are filled with happiness even when the person is dying. That person, whoever is dying, in your family or outside or colleague or whatever it is, or neighbor, it all seems the same, because nobody is dying in the first place. They are moving from one destination to another destination. So you will never feel perturbed about somebody dying. Okay, that's the first change what occurs to you when you see this karma. That is, five senses, how they come and how they indulge through the mind to associate with the sense object and suffer. So when I don't do anything of that, I will only do action. Definitely I'll take action. It's not that somebody is dying in front of me, I'll just laugh at it. No. I will take action. So let's say somebody has to get a bed, I will do everything required to get a bed, oxygen cylinder or medicine. So whatever possible from my side, including wishing that person to get well soon, I will do it. But I also know it's not my karma, it is his or her karma. So I can't do anything other than this much what I have done. So I'm compassionate to that person because he's suffering. And when he gets fully recovered or she fully recovers and comes back, I will feel very happy that the person has recovered. But I also know that he or she has not recovered, he or she has got change in the karma. That's all what has happened. But the consciousness which is there has remained the same. It has been a witness, sakshi, to whatever has happened. It went to hospital, it was there. The body was in pain, it was there. The body was tormented with various medicine, it was there. The body started recovering, it was there. The body got completely cured, it was there. And body has now come back home, it is there. Same process. Now the body has gone, it is there. That's all what it does. So where is the question of dying? And if there is no dying, there is no birth. So from my side I have done it, and I wish everybody does it. This is what I would love to do. This is the Maitri Bhavana. So now I love everyone equally, whether he is called as my wife or husband or son or daughter, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, mother-in-law, this law, that law, whichever law, they are no law. They are just beings in this samsara who have eye, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind. They didn't ask my permission. So I only wish that they learn this, that is how karma operates. They can now change their association with sense object. That is possible. Shama and Dhamma, we can put it here. So if they are able to learn this, then they get eternal peace. And if they get eternal peace, I am so happy. Why? Because they have escaped the horrible death which would have given them rebirth. So I celebrate because they could find it, they could see it. Now those people who cannot see it, or who don't believe in that, or even with hundreds of tries, different ways, different things, they are not able to find it, I have complete compassion, because they couldn't make it this time. And I wish them that some other time they get it. And if somebody abuses me, as an example, then I just watch it. Neither take that abuse as mine, or I try to give abuse to somebody, because it doesn't make sense. I am already in Brahma realm of existence. So why should I compromise that and do something stupid? So I will be in equanimity. So if I give compassion to somebody, he might not accept it. That's okay. If I give him love and affection, he might not accept it. That's okay. If I give him this mudita, feeling appreciative joy for that person, he might not accept it. It's not my problem. So the best way to do is just remain conscious, just remain equanimous to the situation. Because I'm not creating any new eye, new ear, new tongue, new touch, and new smell, and new thought. That's all. So I become deathless. So I will come to know, if practiced correctly all the moment, that I have no further birth. So I am released completely.
So intellect is there, and vasanas we are not bringing while taking this karya, and karya will happen.
Yes.
We will do karya.
Yes, you just do karya. Keep on doing the karya.
So not attaching this vasana to this vishaya is meditation, awareness, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And that is possible only through practice.
Yeah. The fun part is, even while today I was going for bringing curds and other stuff, I was watching where the mind goes. Yeah, I can really find out, but whether it is going to sensual realm of existence, whether it is going to Deva realm of existence, whether it is going to Brahma realm of existence, I can easily see where the mind is going.
When this mind is there, connected with the prapancha, this is called human birth, correct?
Yes.
We are interacting with the prapancha either with all 5 jnanendriyas or maybe less than that. Somebody may not have 1 or 2 organs due to various issues. So the punya is all 5 working fine, is your perfect punya.
Yes.
Now that is a basic instrument required for you to do meditation.
Yes. Correct.
Okay, now if you are going to the next realm's existence, for example, this Brahma, that means you don't need this 5 jnanendriyas, right? It's only mind is sufficient.
No, the mind will have all the 5 jnana indriyas, but they are pure.
Yeah, mind will have, but there are no instrument to receive the information.
No, there are no vishayas. So the vishaya is only meditation there. The vishaya here are the color, the what I can say. You have color, then you have gandha, which is smell, then rasa, which is the taste, and you have this nutrients in everything, ojas. Okay, so all the 4 of them are associated with Prithvi, so you feel you are solid. then you feel you're liquid or you're fluid, then you feel you're fiery person, so you have emotions like rajas, and then you are vayu. You can move from one place to another place. So when I say myself, it's not only the five senses, it is association with the five elements, the five karma indriyas, and then I become me in that.
See, when you're doing all this, there is something called kashta for you, struggle. By losing something which you already possessed. For example, for elderly people, if they lose their next generation in front of them, especially maybe due to any of this untimely death, then is it not the loss for their mind, and how they can keep balance there?
No, there is
In
no.
the mind, it is already there with you.
Correct.
It's like I have five jnanendriya. This is additional for our comfort for our mind, body. That means I don't have to do so much of kashta because that person will help me. Now, if that person is not there, it's a big kashta for me. It is a very tough life. But how to, you see, big issue is that, how to face that?
No, the problem here is to address is not that person. The problem is that maintaining that person in your mind. That's a problem. See, let's say I have a son. Okay, I'm maintaining the son in my mind. And that's a kashta. Now, if I don't maintain the son in my mind, there is no kashta. It's like that person walking from one room to another room. In that room, the person is dead. Another room, he is alive. Simple. And that is happening moment to moment. It is not happening at all.
See, in front of me, if he is not there also, I have a comfort that he is there.
No, that is no.
Somewhere he is available. See, it is kashta to your manas and your, finally it is manas or body. It is manas in this case. If your near ones and dear ones are not there with you, it is a kashta. And they may be far away from you, but still you have sukha with that. Because you know that when you are in a, your need, your maybe mental need, they are satisfying even though they are far away. And your physical need, they will satisfy when they are next to you. Especially when the elderly people, they are bedridden, that is the time when you look at all these things. Their own son, their own daughter are really going to help them. If such people are not, that's a huge kashta, huge loneliness, huge depression, all that happens. So how to deal with that in this case?
On that day, you cannot deal with it. You can deal it right now.
Yeah, I think that is the answer.
Yeah, because on that day...
But one more thing. Yeah. You see, now that is what is happening for most of the people, okay? And now if you, from the day when, if you are prepared without them to lead your life, without them, you are taking that out of your mind. For you, it is like you are a completely, say, the realized kind of person, then you don't have attachment. Then still the kashta can come, right, for you. Difficult time can come.
There is nothing called difficulty time because only prarabdha is continuing. So there is no sancihta and agami to experience. So you are in ever smile. Only when you associate with sancihta karma, your pain will increase. Otherwise, there is no pain. You're just watching. See, it's like this, but now I was telling my wife in the morning, let's say there is Australia, New Zealand, two countries who are not associated with this, whatever the disease, what is there. And I'm in India. So I start a pain. Oh, those people living in Australia and New Zealand, how lucky they are. And if I was there, I wouldn't have to face this problem. Now, Australia and New Zealand might have another kind of problems of sunburn and kangaroos and big spiders and snakes and vipers and all that. But right now, I don't see any one of those. I am only interested in getting out of India because my mind is in pain. I am seeing people dying everywhere. So I fear that this might happen to me. Okay. So why am I here? If I were to ask this basic question, why am I here at this point in time? Because the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, and the body and the mind are supposed to be here. That is my prarabdha. That means I should have been born in India because it matched the karma. For whatever reason, it matched. That means the 5 senses plus one big indriya called as manas are associated with me. They are not me. It is associated with me. That means whatever they are going to bring in as children, 6 children, I am supposed to bear with them, not react with them. They are going to show me something or the other. I just need to watch. In the process, these 5 or these 6 sekos, we can even call them as enemies, will walk away one day, which is happening all the time. The sight is changing. The eye is created at that moment based upon what I want to think. So now I look at an object and then I say, this is wife. There is no wife there, but it still says, no, she's your wife. Please, don't talk like that. How unhearted person are you? So now that is fabricated. Now I want to manage that relationship as wife, knowing very well that her 5 senses plus the 6th sense, mind, can walk away anytime if that karma were to end. Who is walking away? The consciousness. Who is falling down? The body. Where did the sense go? I have no idea. Where did the mind go? That also I have no idea. So what I am now seeing is just some object on the floor or in the hospital or wherever it is. Now I cry. Now the question to be asked is, why did I end up in this situation in the first place? Because my prarabdha was supposed to be like that. Now what did I learn out of it? Not to associate sancihta and agami. So what is going to happen? This one, what I experience right now of losing people, would not happen next. Because there is nothing to be lost. Because there is neither anything to be gained. So when there is no gaining, there is no loss. So this is what Krishna also says, Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva Labha Alabhav Jaya Jayau. So we are exactly doing that. If you know the karma is only these 5 senses, so now you are released from this pain, because you are not going to associate with the senses and the sense object. So you will find tremendous release. You as consciousness, which is associated with this unnecessarily, find it, wow, this is great. And you will stay in that because it makes no sense. When I stay in that for a long period of time, dhirga, then I am making it a dhruva, stable, and I am making it a suraksha, secured. So when I do it as a dhruva and the stable one, which is suraksha, then I have a refuge, that is sharana. So who is the sharanagati here? Now this mind will become complete sharanagati to the consciousness, saying that now I understand completely. I will not trespass. And there ends the show. So the movie is over. No longer any movie is coming on the screen. It's a white screen. So the mind now enjoys the bliss of pure consciousness. In the meanwhile, prarabdha, whatever the eye has to come, sight will come, you will not act. Sorry, you will not react. You will only act. Sound, whatever sound comes, you are going to only act, not react. Taste, whatever comes, it just comes and you don't react to it. Touch, whatever it can be, will come and you're not going to react to it. Smell, whatever comes, will come and you'll not react. Then the thoughts, which will come, but now they don't come. Why? Because you have put it in yoga. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. Now there is no vritti. It's not going and attaching to fabrications which are created in the mind. So without that, tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. So the person sees his own or her own true nature. That is the light. He got wisdom. And now he can see karma in its true sense. So he's gone. There is no reaction. It's a beautiful experience because no more fabrication. If there is no more fabrication, then that means there are no more samskaras. If there are no samskaras, vasana cannot take any shape. If vasanas cannot take any shape, nothing in this world can make anything happen other than whatever is happening. So when that happening ends, because of the ayus coming to an end, you will have dhirgayus, because now you are going to stay forever. You are not dying because you are not going to get born. Being born is a fabrication, and hence death is also a fabrication. Any comments? Any questions?
So when mind is not connected with this vishayas, there is no kashta and sukha.
Yes, absolutely.
And whether people are there around you, if you or you don't have, it doesn't make any difference.
Yes.
But because you are having prarabdha karma, you may go through the pain. But the mind is very stable, and there is nothing called pain experienced by mind, because mind is pure.
Yes, the body pain will be there. I might even lose my limb, and might lose my hand, might lose so many other parts of the body, because that is prarabdha karma. And with the release of that, I know it very clearly that when the body consciousness goes away, there is no pain at all.
So prarabdha karma will not touch that person's
mind. Yes.
So mind is pure. It is 100% reflection now.
Yes. So there is, the fabrication ends in the mind. Samskaras are not there, and hence karmas are removed completely.
But if that person, the realized person, if he wants to end his life even before all that, still he can do, or he has to go through the prarabdha cycle?
It is up to him. That is his decision.
Oh, that decision is there still.
He can decide. If he is feeling bored of seeing the same thing again and again and again, he can switch off the TV.
See, such people are generally they are the gurus, because they have all that jnanam.
Correct.
Those people can always decide to give that jnanam to others,
yes,
without expecting anything in return.
Correct.
No guru dakshina here.
Correct.
So there is no karma attached again.
Yes. Very correct.
So your experience is what? You are able to disconnect all these 5 jnanendriyas from your mind?
Yes. Right now, yes. That is what has happened from Friday.
During this time, in your body, still all these vital things will be functioning, right?
Perfectly functioning.
And also, say with respect to these rogas, what is the say corona or fever or any symptoms, you have no control. Is there a control that on
Nothing. You don't. That is what is prarabdha is all about.
that? If you have prarabdha, it will come. If you don't have that prarabdha related, it will not come.
It will never come, even though you are with that person.
What is it? That is prarabdha.
Now there is no sancihta and agami karma.
So body is there. You are already realized. Then you have used the body. There is nothing more required for you.
Yes.
You have a car. You have reached the destination. Still car is there. You can keep car or you can
Throw the car.
throw the car.
Exactly. But you don't have any more.
But will it not again tempt you, temptation, to come back to this real world again? You have to do sadhana continuously, right?
No, once you reach the destination, you can now come wherever you want because you are not associating anything. You are just having fun. See, now you have tamed all the 6 children.
So nothing is connected with you. You are independent.
Now you have become independent. So the dependency was there. Karma is dependent. Now the independent is no karma attached. There are no riders. So let's say as an example.
Nobody will can pull you.
Exactly. Now let's take a very practical example. But now this project, what you were talking about, let's say in the next few weeks we are starting. I will still do what I'm supposed to do in that project of agile and how to bring the team and this and that, helping that scrum master and all of that. That I will still continue to do. That I'm not going to set aside, saying that no, why should I do that? I will still do it. I'll enjoy it now even more. Because there is nothing to lose or gain. Now let's say because of that the contract is supposed to extend. Okay. Because of that a contract is not supposed to extend. Okay. Because of they're not happy with the way I did the first sprint and they feel that I should not be helping. Okay. Simple. Because all of those are conditioned. How that stakeholder will take is conditioned. How the product is conditioned. How the team is conditioned. What is the expectation they have on the project is again conditioned. But nirvana is unconditioned. There's no condition attached to it. So why should I become a conditioned reality? If it is working, I will not take the appreciation. If it is not working, I will not take the depreciation. Now, in my mind. But genuinely, I will feel
I think 9:30 meeting.
Oh yes, we'll stop and continue tomorrow.
Yeah, we will continue tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
अभिन्याय निब्बा